I got Melanie Carnes from Northern Ireland hopping on here in just a second. Her story is truly inspiring. I have your picture here. I'm going to be showing it here in a second, but I have another one of it here. It's pretty amazing stuff. So let's see if Melanie, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can get Melanie to come on our Instagram. But what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about the what if I wouldn't have started? What if I wouldn't have tried? What if I wouldn't have made that decision to go to change my life? What if I would have held back? And because right now I know a lot of people, there she is. I see her. I just waved at you. Can you request to get on? Let me see if I can request Melanie to get on. There she is. All right. All right. Let's see if Melanie gets on. All right. I got my little 4-year-old, I think, coming in here in a second. So this is Melanie, y'all. Check out this picture. Ooh, is that mine? Oh, if you can turn on your phone, Melanie, it might read off. If you can turn your phone down. This is Melanie right here. This is the Melanie I met. Oops, this is the Melanie I met.
It's not working, is it? The volume's completely down. I need to come off.
All right, so Melanie's gonna hop off Instagram. So Instagram, you just stay tuned because we'll be doing our StreamYard into the other platforms. But y'all, I want you to give it up.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. When I met Melanie, she called herself Eeyore. You know, and I know what this has done for me. Before I was in ketosis, I was irritable, I was frustrated, I was hard time keeping my body composition where I wanted to be. My brain was slowed down, my metabolism slowed down, and I felt like I was losing who I was as a high-level athlete, military guy. I was like, I'm not me anymore, and that's not acceptable, y'all. And as soon as I got my ketone levels up, I felt like me again. I felt like I could take my life and take it forward. And about a year ago, I got to meet this amazing, amazing individual out of Northern Ireland. I'm going to introduce you all to her right now. Melanie, talk to me. Talk to me. How are you today?
Hello. Hello, Dustin. I am okay today. I've just finished doing about 8 hours of work. And, yep, feeling good. Feeling a lot better than I did a year ago. I was on last night. I was just saying it's about a year from I started taking these ketone drinks. So yeah, so it's a big journey I've been on in a year. So I really didn't know that there was better. I wasn't looking for better. It just happened to come across this, and my friend actually introduced me to these drinks primarily for fat loss. And of course, fat loss is what I've been after all my. In fact, I'll be honest, I'd actually given up on it. I just sort of thought, you know what? At that time, I was 45. I thought I'm 45 now, and you know, I've got my children, and probably going to be fat. I'm probably going to die fat. I was tired. I was depressed. I was probably a wee bit irritable, low mood, not sleeping well, brain fog, a lot of other issues.
I'm going to slow you down for a second. So basically, what you're saying is you weren't living the best you could live, right?
No, probably not.
You kind of decided. I got your. If you can see this on Instagram, I got your before and better picture here. We always talk about that. We talk about before and better. At the end of the day, we're all pursuing more. Like if you stop pursuing something, you kind of get stagnant. So you're a mom. You have 2 amazing children, correct?
That's 3.
3.
How
did I forget about one of them? I don't
know which one you forgot about. One of them's very quiet.
I don't remember their names. I don't know their names. I don't think I even asked. That's kind of mean of me. What are their names?
Holly, Sophie, and Zoe. And Holly will be 24 this year. And Sophie will be 21. And Zoe will be 11. Wow. 3 girls.
So you started at 21, 22 years old having kids.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm like almost your age. Like I think you got me by a year. And I have a 1-year-old at home.
I know.
So it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, it keeps you young. So mom, basically just lost your weight when it comes to your health. And why did you say yes to drinking ketones? Well, let me try. What have you tried in the past? Like, because right now I can say this, there's a million Melanies out there. There's a million Dustins out there. There's a million people that are sitting at home right now or sitting somewhere going, I don't know what to do, or I feel like I'm hopeless, or I feel like there's no chance for me, or I feel like I'm just the way I'm going to be. So why did you even get started? Well, first off, what did you try in the past? What have you tried to do to get your life or your health back forward?
I have tried all the diets going. I've tried Slimming World. I've tried all the different drinks, all the different shakes. been on different diets, and yeah, you do lose weight with them. I would say the most that I have ever lost is probably in and around probably 9 to about 12 pounds. And that's all I've ever managed to do, because my big issue is I cannot stand being hungry. So once I get hungry, then I just want to eat. So to me, this was the best thing about these drinks, was the appetite suppressant, that I didn't feel hungry, because I know if I feel hungry, I'll self-sabotage, and I would eat. So that was my favourite sort of perk about it. The other thing was the anti-aging and the skin. My skin just completely cleared up. Almost, yeah. That's the,
Yo,
I took that first picture in May last year. I've no idea why I even took it. It's horrendous. Put that scarf and all in my head.
you're
And
like, I'm having a day today. Hey, this picture is going to change a lot. You took this picture for a reason, because it's going to change a lot of lives. Because right now, there's people wake up every day, they feel like this, but this is inside them. Does that make sense? So if you're just watching, y'all, I got Melanie Carnes out of Northern Ireland. I met her a year ago. She's down. How much are you down now? 50 pounds?
57.
57. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know 100 is your goal. You wanted to get 100 in a year. I know that was you're shooting for. Isn't that funny? Like, you can look at it two ways. You can be like, I didn't hit my goal. Listen, my life's forever better and change, and you're on a pursuit. Down 57 pounds, better aging, skin's cleared up. I mean, you look absolutely amazing. Let me ask you this question. You know, you talked about all the other things you've done before. And really quick, science ties, why appetite suppressant works so well with ketones is, one, it's real energy. It actually has calories. It actually gives you food for your body to use. But the other thing is that when you increase your ketones on your brain, it actually impacts the way our body wants food. But most people don't realize, Melanie, after the age of, let's say, 38-ish, your brain actually has a hard time of getting energy to it. So when you provide energy like ketones to it, and I promise you, if you're eating regular foods or trying other diet foods, if it's not super high ketones, you're not getting into your brain. And that's why your brain is going, hey, I don't need that food. So you don't have the same cravings that you had before. Don't get me wrong. We all like to have some fun food from time to time, but it turns off that switch. You're not on it. So let me ask this question. How confident are you right now with using this product of falling back into the old patterns of losing weight and gaining it back? How confident are you all now going forward the next year or 2 years, 5 years of your life?
I'm extremely confident. I have 100% belief in this product, and I have 100% belief in this business. I have 100% belief in everything you have told me. Now I do. Everything that you have told me would happen has happened, and it's just an absolute miracle drink to me. It's like a unicorn drink, and it's just so hard to explain to people what actually happens to you. I mean, since I have started taking this product, I have now got a whole community. I've become a promoter, and I have like over 600 people in my team. And the stories that I get just over and over and over again is absolutely outstanding. People of all ages. I was saying that my daughter of 10 years old drinks this, and I know of someone in my team who's in their 80s, and they are the same thing that's helping my daughter. My daughter would be very stressed out, my youngest daughter. It's the same thing that's sort of relieving her of that stress and, you know, helping her mood be a wee bit more balanced. It's the same thing that's helping this person in their 80s be able to get up and move more than they've ever moved in the last 10 years of their life. So I have just been so curious as to find out why all these things have happened, because it nearly seems like it just helps everything, and it's hard to work. You think, okay, so something that's going to give you energy. Well, obviously you're going to be buzzing. You're not going to be able to sleep then. But then the same thing that gives you energy is the same thing that helps you sleep. And it's just completely new technology here. Just something completely new, out of the box, fresh out of the jungle. We have never heard of it. We don't know anything about it, and we are just drinking it. All I did was drink it. That's really. I'm not somebody who has to know all the ins and outs. I just drank it and just started having all these different sensations. Was constantly on to Eric saying, could this be because of this drink? Could this be because of this drink? Could this be because of this drink? The answer was always mostly yes or I don't know.
Well, what if I told you that the original research behind all this started for Navy SEALs, the Department of Defense, NASA? Like, this isn't, you know, we a lot of people, you say like unicorn drink and stuff like that. And I love that because where people are so far from where they feel they can feel better. And then you get out there and you start looking at the, media, social media, and you're constantly you don't know who to believe anymore. And that's why we host the largest ketone events and educational events in the world, because we're actually hosting one next week. And we do that because we want people to really understand it's not a unicorn drink. One of our first events, Melanie, we did a superhero event. So it's funny. I went as Batman, Michael Rutherford went as Superman, and we have the leading brain specialist in ketosis in between us. Her name's Dr. Mary Newport. And Dr. Jeff Volek stands on stage and he's talking about ketones. He goes, y'all, this is not a superhuman drink. This is not a superhero drink. He goes, it's human. He goes, that's how humans are. You're supposed to feel super. Doesn't mean you don't have life. I tell you, we all got life going through, but you're supposed to feel this way. And therefore, if you feel fed and your body feels good and you have vitality, you're able to do things that you've always wanted to do, make better decisions, and keep moving forward in your life. So I'm super glad you said that. I have a question. Now, I don't know how this is going to go. Are you okay if I ask you a question that might be a little sensitive?
Okay, go ahead.
So you have 3 daughters.
Yes.
24, 21, and 17?
No, 11. Well, she's 10 at the minute. She should be 11 in a couple of months.
You have like 2 only children. You have an only child kind of thing. Yeah.
Totally ruined.
That's fun. And Sophie, the youngest or middle?
Sophie's the middle.
Middle. Okay. So my Sophie's the middle also, Sophia. So knowing where your mind was a year ago, how you mentally felt, how you felt about who you were, where you were at in your life, knowing what you know now, I ask this question, I try to always ask it in the right way, is how much different do you feel that your daughters are going to be in their 30s and 40s because of what you did a year ago?
I just think life already is totally different for them. Even my eldest daughter, Holly, she has lost over 2 stone, and there's a massive difference in her, even in her confidence and everything. She's been promoted in her job about 3 times, and I just look back and I think whenever I used to look in the mirror, I hated looking at myself. I only ever looked at myself to check that there wasn't something on my face or there wasn't something that was wrong that I had to look at. That was basically it. Check it and off you go. And as far as I was concerned, I never had to look at myself for the rest of the day. But it's just so strange because since I started drinking this, we have went into lockdown. Everything's been done over Zoom. My work's been done over Zoom, and I have to look at myself all day. And it's a wee bit more acceptable than it would have been this time last year. So I'm not just feeling so horrible about myself that I have to look back at myself and go, I mean, this is what other people see. So I mean, all these things just seem to have fallen into place for me where, a lot of my colleagues have come out of lockdown and they're all much fatter. They are tired. A lot of them have like depression and even addiction problems from being in lockdown. And I have just had the opposite. So I'm just so thankful to have found this drink. I really, really am. Knew nothing, didn't even know. I knew what ketosis, so I knew what ketones were. I knew the keto diet. I'd heard about that. My friend Joanne had done the keto diet for years, and to me it just looked horrendous. I thought I could not eat like that, and I would be starving. I used to go out with her and think, why are you only eating that? There's something wrong with you. This isn't all you want buffet. Why are you only eating that? She would be looking at me thinking, you're crazy. You are stuffing as much food as you can into your face. And it's just, my mindset would never have allowed me to have done the keto diet. So therefore I never would have been in ketosis just by doing the diet. So praise the Lord for these drinks.
Awesome. Well, I got one more question for you. Well, first off, thanks for leading by example. Okay, let me back up. You said so many people, 600 people on your team. Do you believe that the one most common, outside of drinking ketones, benefit of people getting results is that they stay consistent using them?
Yes.
Like, if you notice that people are on it 60, 90 days, like their stories are more like, that's the only challenge I always have. People are like, well, I didn't get a life-changing story in a week. You've been doing this a year. You wanted to lose 100 pounds. You're down 57. So you'll probably hit 60 or 65 by your year marker, right?
Yes, because that's what Eric lost, and that's what I was in competition then with Eric to lose 65. So I've got until the end of May. So he says I'm going to nail it.
All right,
so
you better get some walking going. We're gonna get some walking going.
Yeah, I've got a reboot, so hopefully I'll have a whoosh effect.
Yeah. And so, I think consistency is such a big part of that, and committing to your journey, right? Scientifically, we know that people don't really have another shot. And you mentioned something, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, but people are like, why don't you just do the diet? Why don't you do what your friend did? Well, they've proven scientifically, Muhiki Parodi out of Stony Brook University has been studying this for a while. She said a good percentage of the population, if they do a ketogenic diet, I was listening to an influencer on keto and health, and he's a really smart guy, really smart, really well known. And I'm like, way he's talking, he's ignorant. He doesn't understand everyday people. Like, yeah, you're beautiful and amazing and fit and you look wonderful, but the mom at home or the dad at home that has metabolic challenges, health challenges, they may never, like she proved that they may never produce enough ketones from their own diet and their own fat that they won't get to the level to be consistent to stay on it. And it's not their fault, if that makes sense. And so she goes, but when you drink this ketones, you drink your product, she goes, it flips the switch to teach their body to burn fat again. She goes, it's like you could either walk to the store or drive a car. Like, you choose. What do you want to do? But some people have to drive all the way across the country to go to the store because their body is so resistant to burning fat. And that's why this worked for you, maybe, and the diet could work for JoJo. Last question. This community, when I met you, it's funny because, when you meet people, I learned in this business is that you never disregard anybody. All people have winners inside of them. Everybody that anytime you think that person can do amazing, that person could share this, that person, they usually don't. The person that just has something inside of them, they have the eye of the tiger, they have that it factor inside of them. Why did you kind of get so aggressive? I know the product was huge, but why promote? Why be a promoter? I know you helped us launch Northern Ireland and our pre-launch there. Why be a promoter? If somebody is watching this right now, why should they be a promoter?
Well, for me, part of my background and all, and as I've been probably from was about 23, I have a Christian faith. So I think from having a Christian faith, it's important for me to share my faith, not as in, that I want to go out preaching on the street or taking a microphone or anything like that there. But, I will live my life to try and witness or be a witness to God. And that's how I am. But the way I see it with this drink, and I use this phrase all the time, it's one of my favorite phrases. I just feel like I am a beggar that has found bread, and I want to show all the other beggars where to find the bread. So I want to lead everybody else to this just outstanding drink. If I could shake them and if I could pour it down their throats, I would. I know things don't usually work that way. People usually don't like you to shake them, and they usually don't like you to stick stuff down their throat. But whatever I can do, beg, do everything, try everything to get them to try it. And I had a phenomenal experience within my first 10-day trial. I lost a stone. And I know you say to me, that is not going to happen for everybody. And I know it hasn't. But you see anybody in my team now, I'm saying 600 people, some have come, some have gone, some have stayed, some moan, some are on top of the world. You see anybody that has stayed on this for 3 months, they are lifers. They will do anything to make sure they keep getting this drink. Sounds like cocaine, but really it is not. But seriously, honestly, that people say to me, people message me and go, you're such an angel and all, and how much that I can get this for them, how much they love me, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. But I know that feeling, because it's like, some people, like I know my Aunt Jacinta will come on, she'll say, like, after drinking it, after a few minutes, she'll be like, whoa, I know I've drank my ketones. Whereas I'm just more like a continual feeling of well-being, positivity, more energy, and just it's the brain fog thing. It's hard to explain brain fog to people. I didn't even know that it was brain fog until it had gone away. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to even explain what brain fog is. It's just a whole clarity of thought and putting things into perspective and being able to even be philosophical about things, whereas before you would have panicked, what's going on here, what's happening, what am I going to do? Whereas it's nearly like, what, this is our lives, we're living, and just get through it and take another drink.
Awesome. Well, it's been amazing. Can I see your teeth really quick before we go?
You can try. They're almost done.
Oh my!
They're fully paid for. They're paid for.
So here's the deal, guys. So I met Melanie. She called herself Eeyore. She's down 57 pounds a year ago. Is playing a role in our pre-launch over in Northern Ireland and Europe and UK. And it's funny because I don't know the Eeyore. I mean, because within weeks she started changing, and now a year later she's doing lives and smiling. Her family's life is changing. Her family combined is down almost 100 pounds, right? Family wise.
All together, yes, probably, yes. Oh, yes.
it's a person, they have a family, like their family's down a person. And it's pretty remarkable to see that. And one of the things I asked her, I go, if you could have, I don't know if I said $5,000 or $10,000. I go, if you could have 5 or 10,000, what would you do with it? She goes, she wants to go to Disney, by the way, really bad. Yeah. But she goes, I want teeth. My whole life I've wanted to have braces and get my teeth and her smile back. And I did the same thing. I wanted teeth also. So that was one of my first things I did was Invisalign to straighten my teeth out. And I tell you what, I smile way more. And I don't know if it's because I'm happier or because it's more natural. I don't know.
Probably. That's what I have. I've got those. But something else, Dustin, you might find this a bit freaky. But on my vision board, did you know whose teeth I have in my vision board? Not yours. Guess whose?
Joseph.
April's.
Ah! Yeah, she has really nice teeth too. She has really nice teeth. That's awesome.
That's not too weird.
You have a picture of my wife's teeth on your vision board. That's awesome. Yep. That's super cool. Well, it's crazy. So she basically was able to share this product, create a team, and be rewarded to basically go get braces and get her teeth fixed after how many years that you wanted it done?
Oh, I've been wanting these done from I was 17, and the dentist kept telling me they'd fix themselves, but they never ever did.
Wow,
so that's a lot. That's what's that, 30 years? That's nearly 30 years going about with those teeth.
So don't wait, y'all. Don't wait to change your life. Thank you so much, Melanie. I truly appreciate it. Y'all, if you're watching this right now and if you stayed on with us, some did, some didn't, understandable. Basically, Melanie, almost a year ago, started drinking Keto Nat. What's your favorite flavor, by the way?
Raspberry lemonade.
That's it. I thought so.
Always.
Keto Nat. Once a day, and then she's now went to twice a day, and it's completely transformed her life, her family's life. She's becoming the best version of herself. She's got new teeth. She's got a new smile. She looks at the mirror differently. She's 57 pounds fat down, and becoming the best examples for the people she cares the most about, becoming the best version of herself. So if you're not using this, use it. Both Melanie and I will tell you, 60, 90 days. Don't just try it, use it. Don't try anything, go do it. Like that's our motto. It's like, go do it. Like go prove it, right? And this will change your life forever. So whoever invited you, now right now people are all over the world are chiming in. If you don't mind, put in where in the world you're from. I saw Scotland, I saw Ireland, I saw America, I saw Canada, I saw Mexico. People literally all over the world following into this. Whoever invited you to follow me or to the page or to this live, get back to them and say, hey, I want to try that product. Maybe a trial, maybe get on there and try a challenge, but definitely commit to the 69 days. And really important, Australia, it's late there. Australia, go to bed. Plug into the community. Let the community help support you in this journey. You don't have to do this alone. I promise you, you don't have to do it alone. Let the community support you in your journey, but get back to whoever invited you. And then also don't expect whoever invited you to answer all your questions. There's only a few keto experts in the world. There's only a few thought leaders in the world. There's only a few people that truly understand all the things that this does. Let the doctors, the researchers, or myself educate you on how to maximize it, and let your friend be their friend. Let them share something that they think it will help you and benefit them, and give them a hug for sharing. And Melanie, I like that example. Like if you feel passionate about something, you should share it with people genuinely from your heart, and it's up to them to take that decision. So Melanie, any last words for the world out there? You're literally all around the world right
now. They're not my words, but I love them all the time whenever I hear them, and they're Michael Rutherford's words, and they are just shut up and drink it. Open your esophagus. And I just think that's hilarious. Because what more can you say? How can you convince people? You can't by, just drink it. Please drink it. Give it a go. Please just give it a chance. And another thing, I've only ever paid for one box of this in a year.
The free product program, pretty amazing, isn't it?
Everything else has been free.
Yeah, we can take care of you there. And not only that with the cost, you save money on food. You're not eating as much. You're not snacking as much. And then we have our free product referral program and our free product loyalty program. It's pretty remarkable. And so don't over drink it. Just shut up and drink it. Don't overthink it. Just shut up and drink it. There you go. All right, y'all. Melanie, pleasure. I'm glad it worked this week. Last week we had a week to make this happen. Thanks for being on. I'm going to sign off. Instagram, appreciate you all for plugging in. Hey, Instagram, really quick. Could you hear it? I have it going through my computer screen. I'm just curious. Could you hear? If you can put me down, I can hear you pretty well. I can hear Melanie, probably more importantly. Could you hear Melanie okay? I'm trying to work on new systems, and my StreamYard doesn't do to Instagram yet. So if you can give me that shout out to Instagram, I appreciate it. Facebook's across the world. I'm going to say bye to you. I'm waiting for Instagram.